The topic is strengthening of aluminum 4% copper alloy by age hardening. So, what is the strengthening mechanisms in aluminum alloys? There are six types basically. First one is solid solution strengthening, then precipitation hardening or age hardening, precipitation strengthening, grain size effect, transition metals addition, and work hardening or annealing. So, what is aluminium? As we all know that aluminium is a very soft metal which is of insufficient strength for most engineering applications. But as we all know, aluminium is used in variety of applications. So, aluminium has to be strengthened. So, what is the criteria? Now, first, the strongest aluminum alloys, that is 2 triple X, 6 triple X, and 7 triple X, are produced by precipitation or age hardening. So, now here we begin with our topic, that is precipitation hardening or age hardening of aluminum. So, what is precipitation hardening? Precipitation hardening is the strengthening by precipitation of fine particles of a second phase from a supersaturated solid solution. Here the second phase is CuAl2 and the saturated alpha. So as we can see in the microstructure of the aluminum 4% copper alloy in room temperature, after slow cooling, uh, the, the, the grains contained the saturated alpha, and between these grains the small red particles are the CuAl2, which is the second phase. So after age hardening, after aging for a sufficient time, the number of CuAl2 precipitates increases and the uh, aluminum is hardened. So what is the basic requirement? Alloy contains soluble alloying elements, but their solid solubility decreases with decreasing temperature. Now the precipitation hardening steps. First, solution treatment at a relatively high temperature, then rapid cooling or quenching, which occurs at usually at room temperature, then aging, controlled decomposition of the saturated solid solution to form finely dispersed precipitate, because before this the coarse precipitate exists, and after sufficient aging it changes into fine precipitate. Now as we can see in the phase diagram showing the aluminum 4% copper alloy, we can see after solution heat treatment to alpha phase, there exists a single phase solid solution which is indicating the alpha phase. Now after quenching there exists a supersaturated solid solution. Then after sufficient aging, there exists the solid solution with CuAl2 precipitates, that is alpha plus CuAl2. Now precipitation sequences. There exist the Giener-Preston zones or the GP zones, which are coherent with the matrix and ordered. As we can see in the diagram, that the red particles are indicating the GP zones. Now the intermediate precipitate. They are larger than ZP zone, only partially coherent with the matrix. And then the equilibrium precipitate. Formation of equilibrium precipitate involves complete loss of coherency. That means the GP zones are lost. That means the coherency is lost with the parent lattice. So as we can see, maximum hardening normally occurs when there is present a critical dispersion of GP zones or an intermediate precipitate or a combination of both. So here we see the precipitation sequences or the TEM micrographs of an aluminum 4% copper alloy after increasing heat treatment times, showing first one is the formation of GP zones, second is the formation of GP zones and theta dash precipitates, and third is the theta dash and theta precipitates in which the coherency is lost. And the second one, there is there the uh, coherent with the mat. So here three types of aging: natural aging, artificial aging, and over aging. In natural aging, the aging is conducted at the room temperature. Okay, and artificial aging, because the diffusion coefficient is strongly dependent on the temperature. Precipitation from supersaturated solution is much faster at elevated temperatures. And in overaging, or we can say it is as Ostwald ripening, at a sufficiently elevated temperature, hardness usually increases to a maximum and then decreases. All, and here we can see the references